Alright guys, here we are back on NR2003. We're continuing our 2012 ARCA Championship Season mode here today. Before we go to the next race, let's take a look at the standings after the last one at Chicagoland. It was a crazy race and we ended up gaining spots up to third place in the overall standings at the end of it all. Don't ask me how that happened, but we still lost ground to Chris Buescher at the front and we're almost 400 points back now, so we really need him to finish poorly and we need to finish well for the rest of the season. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next race here. It's going to be at IRP, Lucas Oil Raceway here in Indianapolis. Let's get straight out to the track. It's going to be a race under the lights here. 50 laps, 97 AI difficulty. Let's go straight out to qualify. This track, if I had to say it reminded me of anything, I would say maybe a little bit higher bank New Hampshire. It's just one of those courses where you have to wait forever to get back onto the throttle in the turns. It's a long sweeping corner. Oh man, it's loose off the corner that first time. I think we've got halfway decent speed here, so hoping we can get a good starting spot. Carried nice speed through 1 and 2. And it catches well in turn 3. Are we good off of 4? Pretty good. I think that's going to be a nice time. Goes straight to the top of the charts with a 22.2. Ah, it didn't stick that time. Our first lap's going to be the best one. We'll just roll out of it here, see where we stack up. It's not going to be first, but it's going to be third, so a pretty good starting spot. Inside lane. Of course, Chris Buescher qualifies ahead of us, but I will see you guys in the race.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright guys, it is race time here at Lucas Oil Raceway. IRP, we've got 50 laps here tonight in the Messina Animal Stopper 200. Starting from third place, I'm going to look to get to the lead here in the early going and hope that I can lead some laps because we need to gain as many points as we can on Chris Buescher up there in second. In terms of pit stops, should be a normal one-stopper, so no funny business there. I'm excited for this race. If you guys are too and you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can catch the rest of the season. Let's get this one underway. Get the green flag. They're very slow on the start, so we're just going to say thank you. Go right underneath them 3 wide to the lead. I will take that. Hoping we can push out a bit of a gap here. I feel like as the run goes on, our car's going to tighten up a lot, and that's never good.
You're in first.
We are on the point after lap 1. Try and conserve what I can out of the tires while also trying to push the lead a little bit. Got it almost to a 1.5 seconds already. This thing goes green, lap traffic will become an issue before long, so really want to have as much a gap as possible as we get to the lap cars, if we get there. Car still feels good. A little bit snug in the middle of the corner. Biggest place to gain for us is off the corner, just need to be good. Getting tight in the middle is compromising our exit a bit. Frank Kimmel's About staying put at about 1.7 back. So I'm going to try and maintain the lead. Still holding at 1.7. That's good. Oh, it got tight that time. Man, it did not want to turn. Tires are starting to go a little bit now. Still got about 23 laps in the tank, so... Tires, I'm sure, will be well spent by that time. Especially if we got to contend with lap traffic here, as Frank Kimmel's starting to close the gap, tiniest bit. Talk pit strategy, you know, it makes sense just to take it 25 laps one stint, 25 laps the next, but you worry at a track as short as this that if somebody stays out and a caution happens during the pit cycle, you could be a lap down if you pit early. So it's going to be a hard decision, as we are definitely losing time now to Kimmel. Hoping we can catch these lap cars and put a couple behind us before Kimmel gets to me. Of course, racing with these lappers is not going to be good for my tires, but... Oh, I plowed straight for the wall there. That was an ugly exit of that turn. We are losing out big now to Kimmel. It's just not turning through 3 and 4, my goodness. Being pretty smooth, maybe a little bit of sliding on entry, but tires just had enough at this point. It's just gonna get worse from here. So we get right up behind these lap cars. Oh my god, so slow through the middle and off the corner. It's gonna go straight to the bottom here. Hope we can clear Leilani, and we do. David Levine now. No problem with the inside of him. Reynolds, God, they are slow in the middle of the corner. Frank Kimmel's within a second now.
Still there.
Got a couple cars between us. So we now got to work Ed Kennedy. They're a lot faster than these guys off the corner though, so it's beneficial. So we just kind of dive it in on them like that. Little kick oversteer on the exit there. That's showing you that these tires are really starting to go. We got ourselves a handful now. Just try and work underneath Brandon Coffey here.
Still there. Clear.
Clear him, no problem. Being a lot faster off the corner is really good for us passing these lap cars.
Stay low. Still there. Clear. That car's a lap down. Clear outside.
Clear Blackburn, no problem.
Outside.
Send a little bit of a dive bomb there on Evans. Let's give him plenty of room out there though. Do clear him. Probably about 8 laps or so still. Oh. Well, I was gonna say 8 laps until I think about a pit stop, but That changes everything, as I'm probably going to come under the caution period as my tires are
Turn one.
worn down.
That car's a lap down. Okay, we're under caution.
Let's take a look at what brought out that caution there. So it looks like Evans blew his engine here right when he was on the outside of us. We got pretty lucky, and unfortunately Coffee had nowhere to go and piles into him, and well, ARCA happens here. But if you take a look at this, Brennan Poole here on the inside, somehow, oh excuse me, Chris Buescher, he drifts it through there. It just makes a little contact with the outside wall. Can't believe he survived that. That would have been huge for our season. But let's go ahead and make a pit stop under the yellow flag and come back to you at the green. Alright guys, we're getting ready to go back to green here. It's going to be 26 laps when we get the green flag. Second half of the race. Unfortunately, we had trouble getting a lug nut on during the pit stop. So we lost a few spots and we're down in 6th here on the restart. Buescher ends up in front of us, unfortunately. Kimmel has the lead. We know we're fast in the short run and we got to take advantage of it and get right up there. Because we know after a couple laps go that we're not going to have the speed that we do here at the start. So I'm going to be aggressive, try and make some moves. And if this goes green, lap traffic will become an issue, so we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. No issue on fuel here. Just gonna take it to the end. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Get the green flag. Get another good start. Don't pass on the inside before the line.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Take it 3 wide to the bottom here. Tires are cold, so I'm gonna be very careful.
Stay low. Clear outside.
Everybody gets back around us. Oh, she's a bit slick.
Flag is out.
We got another caution.
To the line. There's an accident in turn 3.
Cautions breed cautions.
Okay, we're under caution.
Little kiss of the wall there.
Stay behind the 16
Nothing gained,
car.
nothing lost. We'll see what brought out that caution and quickly get back to it. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Kid gets a bit tied up with Charleston here on the back straight, and they pile it up big time. These cars go everywhere. Not a lot of run-ins with anybody else there, so everybody should be okay, but that brings out our second caution on the day. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to go back to green here. It's going to be 20 laps when we get the green flag. An interesting situation is a couple cars ahead of us decided to come down. So I'm thinking that they're going to have fresh tires. Maybe they can make a charge through the field. 20 laps is a long time with 4 times wear, so we'll see if, I think it was Hessert came down and got some pits, so let's see if maybe he pokes his head up at the end of the race, but that just makes it easier for me to try and get to the front here. I know what the car can do now on the restart. I'm going to try and drive it a bit harder off into T1, and we know we get a really good restart compared to the AI, so I'm going to be ready for that. Lay back a little bit. Here we go. 20 laps to go
Green, green,
at
green.
Lucas Oil Raceway. We time it perfectly.
Next car's the leader. Outside. Clear. Here comes the leader.
And we are back on the point. Chris Buescher's going to follow me through in a second. That was a bold move. If it didn't work, that would have been a black flag. We would have been done. Again, I'm going to try and do what I did at the beginning of the race. Just push out this lead as much as I can.
You're in first.
Excuse me. It's Kimmel now in second place. Buescher behind him in third. Thought Buescher was going to get to second, but he didn't quite have enough to hold it on Kimmel, so that is what I like to see. See when maybe lap cars become a issue in this race. Probably before the end. Not pushing out as much as a lead as we did at the beginning of the race, unfortunately. It's a little bit of a concern, but as long as we conserve a little bit of tires for the end, I think we should be alright. Especially if Kimmel and Buscher get to racing back there. Much as I don't want Buscher to pass Kimmel, I would be happy to see them go side by side. Oh man, we got it really deep that time. Car did not grip up. It's a bad turn. It's gonna be 13 to go when we get the flag here. It's definitely starting to get a bit more snug. Possibly gonna reach some of these lap cars. Charleston's a bit back of the pack, so we might get to him at least. Hoping that we can do what we did with the lappers early in the race and just dispatch them on the straightaways. Got a little bit wiggly off the corner there. There's that transition between the banking and the flat track, and could sometimes upset the car when you stomp on the gas right on it.
We got just 10 more to go.
It's gonna be 10 to go now. About a second and a half on the cars behind. They're close to racing each other. Pretty good spot here, although this is around the time in the last run where we started to lose ground, so just have to wait and see how it turns out.
That car's a lap down.
And our restarts really helped us in this race big time. Got to the lead at the start. We did it on the last caution, albeit at a huge gamble. Pretty much laid the season on the line there that we wouldn't get black flagged. Right now it's all coming up good. Just need to be careful handling these guys ahead of me. These tires are definitely going away at this point. The right front is about had enough.
Outside. Keep low. That car's a lap down. Still there. We got a wreck on the back straight.
Oh no, 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 no. Gather it up. Come on, no caution. Alright, looks like it was Bobby Gerhardt there. I think he got it back together, no problem though, so.
Just 5 more to go. Car outside. That car's a lap down.
Don't really need a caution here with a 2-second lead and some lap cars between me and the guys behind me.
Clear outside.
It's gonna take it real easy, give these guys lots of room. We're able to use our straightaway speed to pass these guys. They are so slow off the corners. Somebody's in the wall out there. I don't like that. Stay away, heathen. We're clear now. It's gonna be 2 to go when we get the flag here.
Just 2 to go.
Not gonna dive it, no point. Got a decent sized lead and a lot of lap cars behind me. And I don't know where the cars behind me went. Brennan Poole's gone, so was Frank Kimmel. Did they pit?
Keep low. Still there. Last lap. You the man. Come on, bring it home.
I have no idea what is going on. I just gotta focus on finishing this out.
Clear outside. Outside.
There's lots of people pitting.
Stay low.
Guess they couldn't make it? I made it no problem.
Still there.
I don't care, baby. We're gonna get the win at Lucas Oil Raceway. Yes!
You won! You did an awesome job out there, buddy.
Not a sarcastic comment by the crew chief there, as we get the win. And our gutsy move on the restart pays off. And what exactly has happened here? It looks like Chris Buescher and Frank Kimmel finished a lap down, so I guess they could not make it on fuel like we could. We end up dominating, winning by 7 seconds. And it has been a few races since we got to do this. That was a big result. We took advantage. And that's going to really help us out in the points, that late race pit stop by Buescher and Kimmel. There we go, we blew that left rear tire. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go ahead and take a look at the race results. Alright, so let's take a look at the race results here. We get our first win in a few races. Feels pretty good to get a win when I know we had good speed. And we didn't dominate the whole race. We had some trials and tribulations, but it turned out pretty well in the end. Alex Bowman comes home in second, Hesser third, Basham fourth, and Marks in fifth. See Frank Kimmel and Chris Buescher in 11th and 13th respectively, so that's going to hurt them in the points. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take it to the next race in the next video. I believe it will be a return to Pocono. We had pretty good speed there, so I'm hoping we can capitalize and keep up our momentum. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe to the channel, like and comment on this one, and I will see you guys in the next race.